So in our previous video, we talked about what is outbound message. We have also seen what are the various things that we need while creating the outbound message. So in this lecture, we are actually going to implement our outbound message. So this is the use case that we are going to implement is we are going to send the opportunity details to a particular external system. That external system which we are going to use in our demo is Pipedream. I hope you have created an account and you have also downloaded the SOAP UI. So we are going to send the opportunity details to a system when any opportunity is set to closed one, and the requirement is using the outbound message. So here are the steps that we are going to follow. One is create a listener for an outbound message. So this is we are going to do into our Pipedream, and then we are going to create an outbound message for the opportunity object, and then create a workflow rule to execute the outbound message. So what we will do is we will execute step 2 in our step 2. That will be our very first step, and then step 1 will be the step 2, and then step 3 will remain as it is. So we are going to swap these two steps. So let's quickly try. So this is our Salesforce environment where we are working. We will go to outbound message here. So this is what we had got under workflow rule and approvals. Click on outbound message. So I already have two outbound messages. What I will do is I will click on this new button to create a new outbound message. Select an object here. So I'm going to select an opportunity as an object because we know that our base object is opportunity. And then here we are going to say that opportunity message. You can give it any name as per your convenience. Just wanted to provide some description, you can provide. And for the URL, so far you can just click on this endpoint. We will change it once we have created the URL. Send the session ID if you wanted to send, and we wanted to see some amount. We can say what is the account related to, and what is the amount, account ID, description, and then we can also send probability and stage name. So these are few fields we wanted to send, and then click on save button to save this outbound message. Once you have saved your outbound message, what you need to do is if you see here, there is one link which is saying that click on WSDL. So just click here. It is going to generate a WSDL for you. Just save this WSDL. So I'm going to save this under a location which is this. I will say here it is opportunity WFR, which is my opportunity XML. Okay, I'm going to save it. So we have got our WSDL file now, and the next step is to open our SOAP UI software that you have downloaded and installed. Click on new SOAP project. If you are not able to see this, you can just click on SOAP here on the top. Click on this SOAP, and you can see set the name. I'm going to say that opportunity WFR, opportunity workflow, and initiate the WSDL. This is where we need to select our WSDL file. So I'll go to, so this is my workflow rule. This is my WSDL file that I have downloaded. I'm going to open this, and then you can just click on all the checkbox if you want. If not, you can just click on OK, save it, and then once it is saved, you can just click on OK if it is populating anything for you. Now you have got this project. What you need to do is just right click on this project. Yeah, just right click on your project, click on new SOAP mock service. It is going to ask the name. You can just click on OK. So once you have created your mock services, what you need to do is your mock service will look like this, mock service 1. Now what you need to do is right click on this mock services and then click on new mock operation, and then click on OK. So this is what we need to use. So this is what our notification message is that we talked about in our earlier lecture. So copy this and paste it somewhere, or you can just use your control C for keep copying that content. Next thing that we need to do is go to your Pipedream account, log in there, and then click on these sources, and this is the source we have got. And then what we need to do is we need to click on new. It will ask what kind of source we wanted to have here is, so we will have HTTP, and then click on this HTTP and webhook. When it is asking you what kind of request you want, just select new request. And then here you can see status is 200. This content type is application by JSON. We need to change it to application by XML. What body we wanted to send is, we wanted to send this body, and where acknowledgement is true. And the name is, we can say that opportunity workflow, and then create it. So as soon as you will click on this create source, it is going to create a source for you, and it is going to give you the endpoint, which is this. Just copy that endpoint, go to your outbound message that we have developed, and then what we need to do is edit this outbound message, replace the endpoint URI that we have done. So we need to replace it and save it. So now we have prepared our outbound message. All we need to do is create a workflow rule on opportunity object and then test this. We will say opportunity message. It is created, and every time it's edited, we can say edited, and we say criteria or met. Stage name is close one. So we will say opportunity stage equals to close one. We need to add an action here. We will say add action, select existing actions because we have already created the outbound message, and we need to select this message that we have created for our workflow rule. Once we have created, that means associated our action, just click on done button and then activate the workflow rule. What we need to do is just go to our opportunity record, and here in the opportunity, what we need to do is we need to just change the status of an opportunity to close one and then test this information. So this is already close one, but what we can do is we can just say edit, and then as we know that we have just given that criteria into the workflow, which is evaluate where every time is created or edited. So if we will save it, we will see the information. It is saved. We can go to pipe dream, and if we see here, we got one response, and we can just click on this and we can go to body row, and we can see all information that we've got here. I've got amount, account ID, opportunity ID, stage name, probability, and we have also got the session ID because we sent the session ID. This is organization ID. So that's how we do receive the XML response using workflow rule. And there is one thing that we talked about is, if we again type workflow rule, or we can say outbound messages, there is one thing here which is saying that monitor outbound messages. Here we can check all our outbound messages which is failed or retry. Here you can see items next for delivery, we don't have anything. Again, if we go here and if you go to configuration tab, and in the configuration here, if you see here, we can just say we can change from XML to JSON, update the properties. I have updated from XML to JSON, right? I'm going to quickly edit this record and then make some small changes at the same field, save it. And this time in the pipe dream, go to events tab. You will see that you have got one more notification at 2:52 p.m. and you got the response. But if you go to your monitor section, and this time we should be able to see that message is okay. You can see here this time Salesforce is saying that SOAP response was a neck. That means there is something which the response that they are expecting is not correct. If you try to refresh this, you will see that number of attempts are getting increased, and these will getting keep increasing until unless they receive the valid response. So if we get back to our response and we again make it to true, we remove everything, we put true here, we make that change from JSON to XML, and then save it. We update the properties, refresh this, and you will also see that the message is received multiple times. The same message has been received multiple times here because of retry. Okay, so this is the last message. We can say there are 5 messages that we have got, and if we get back to our message here, we say refresh. It has not, it did not try it again for that system to be delivered. So as soon as it will try, we can see here we got this time we got some different error, content is not allowed in prologue. So these are kind of errors you get when the Salesforce doesn't found the exact. Okay, here you can see here you got this in the response body under the configuration tab. When you went to cross check what is there, you found this. This is not what we need, and now we can update this. We updated this. We wanted to refresh this page to make sure that this time there is no extra content, there is nothing. Go to events tab. We will see multiple events over here. We will go to outbound message. We will refresh this. Again, the number of attempts is 4. So next time we'll refresh. We should be seeing that this message has gone because of this time they got the correct outbound, correct response they were looking from the third party system. So that is how our outbound message work. I will suggest you to please try to do this. You can also try to go to configuration, change this. So you have format like this. You can change everything else here, and then try to do the multiple scenarios that you can have. I tried to show you all the possible scenarios that usually occurs in an outbound message.